The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
Back on the air. Al Can't Hang already typing away on that computer. Look at the man go. When he's in blog mode, there's no stopping Al Can't Hang. Hey, we are live here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida. Coming to you for our day show here, kind of flipping things around a little bit on you. Of course, obviously doing a lot of live shows, and now went from the 101 Casino in Petaluma up to Calgary and at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino, and now at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open 2014. And it has already been an amazing series so far, so much more to come. And, of course, some people are going to be walking out of here with $10 million in cash for the main event coming up. And we're going to be, we're just getting into place starting in here on a couple of tournaments. And we'll break everything down for what's been going on here so far at this series. And, of course, we'll try and bring you some of the guests we get. Of course, this one's just going to kind of be our kickoff show here as we'll break down everything going on. And there's so many things happening here at the Seminole Hard Rock. Of course, not just on the felt, but off, too. I mean, of course, hey, it's the Hard Rock. We get some great concerts coming up and all sorts of things happening. And we're going to be meeting a ton of people as we go through these broadcasts here on markhokeshow.com. And, of course, on KLAV 1230 M. Make sure you join us for that show coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Still looking for our guest, leaning towards Ray Stefanelli at this point, the director of poker marketing for all of the Seminole properties. So we'll see if Ray will be joining us on there. Of course, Joe Payne and Nate Down will be there as well. So it should be a great time. And we're looking forward to bringing it all to you live here from the Seminole Hard Rock. And, of course, man, I'll tell you, this is becoming one of the premier events on the poker calendar. Of course, jammed in right here with the WPT Legends event and the EPT Barcelona event as well going on right now. But, man, I'll tell you what, you better be ready for some awesome poker here coming up. And we're going to take a look at everything that's been going on here so far at this series. And, of course, if you want to follow us on Facebook, it's The Mark Hoke Show. And, of course, add Mark Hoke Show on Twitter. And if you want to say hi to the everybody here at the Seminole Hard Rock team, got quite a few ways to do it. Of course, catch them on Twitter at SHRPO, Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. And you can hashtag them, too, if you're around here or have any comments about what's going on, at SHRPO. I'd love to hear from you. And, of course, the blog team, hard at work over here. And if you want to follow them on there, pretty simple. Just go to SeminoleHardRockPokerOpen.com and /tournament /2014-SHRPO. So once again, SeminoleHardRockPokerOpen.com /tournament /2014-SHRPO. Right, so you can catch all the action going on there. And we have already had some big winners out here, some people you guys know very well making some big runs and winning tournaments out here early in this series, and we're going to break that all down for you here. So why don't we take a look at what's going on right now. Of course, event number one, and I tell you what, one of our favorite friends of the show, getting the job done. Winning event one, the $350 Deep Stack No Limit Hold'em re-entry event. That was a 5-dayer. Can you believe? I'll tell you what a brutal tournament to get through. You actually had 6 starting flights on this one. Day 1A and 1B started last Thursday. Day 1C and D on Friday, and day 1E and F on Saturday, with day 2 finishing up on Sunday. And that one goes to the man himself, the Miami boss, Dan Swade, taking that one down. And, of course, Dan is actually taking the day off today, but he's going to be around here playing tournaments So we're looking forward to seeing Dan. We're gonna Dan, and I'm sure we'll have a great time with Dan here. This is his house, and he managed to take this one down as he ace king against tens for Dan in the last hand of the tournament. He wins that, of course. So Dan Swade picking up $110,349 in that $350 deep stack tournament. Had a pretty big guarantee on that one too, and you have to bear with me because I am flipping screens here like crazy. It was a $500,000 guarantee, and Dan, of course, winning that as he officially beats David Smith out of New York. Smith picking up $94,574 on that one. Reynaldo Tronconis out of Coral Gables, Florida, finished third, $81,752. Brett Bader out of Boca Raton, heard that name before. He is at wins $78,919. Ramandir Singh out of Delray finishing fifth, $44,983. Some other notables in that one. Tristan Wade finishing 11th in that one. And we're going to be seeing Tristan. We have an announcement on that in a little bit. We'll be hanging out with Twistin. Oh, here we go. Tristan Wade up at the Gray Eagle Resort and Casino for the next Deep Stacks event coming up there towards the end of September. Pretty excited about that. Rex Clinkscale is also making a big run in that one. He finishes 13th. And let's see who else we got on that one. Just run down the list here. Hey, Anonymous. Congratulations, Anonymous, finishing 32nd. Nice run. But so the Miami boss, Dan Swade, winning event number 1 here at the Seminole Hard Rock. Al, still focused. Still focused. You can hop in here anytime, by the way, Al. Get bored. All right, we go to event number 2. $250 Omaha high-low event. 76 entries on that one, $1,500 or $15,000 prize pool on that one, more like 16. And that one is won by David Brown out of Babson Park, Florida. He picks up $3,512 on this one. John Binns out of Cape Coral, Florida, finishing second. And Miami John Cernuto, how about that? Those guys pretty much chopped it 3 ways with Brown taking the championship. But Miami John, of course, always a threat in a mixed game tournament. We see it everywhere we go, whether it was at the Borgata, whether it's down here, whether it's at the World Series. Miami John finishing third officially in the final results on event number 2. Let's see. And then Abraham Levy out of Coral Springs, Florida, finishing 4th. Brent Keene out of Bonita Springs, Florida, finishing 5th. Georgia's, oh boy, here we go. Boya John out of Tamarack, Florida, finishing 6th. Arnold Cohen in 7th. Michael Wang in 8th. And Gene Hockman finishing in 9th. For that's event number 2, the $250 Omaha 8 tournament. Event number 3, we had a $250 Deep Stack Turbo Nolan and Hold'em event, and drew 193 players on that one. And that one is an interesting story on this one. They get down to a final table, and by 7 o'clock that day, noon start, and then after 2 players got knocked out, the last 7 agreed to chop the prize pool. So they went by chip stacks and chopped it up. And Michael Moed, a name we've heard out there on the circuit before, takes it down, wins $6,581 in the trophy and all that great stuff. So Michael Moed taking that one down officially. And another interesting story coming out of here as well that, of course, you can read about on the Seminole Hard Rock blog. I'm sorry, bear with me for 1 second. I know we had it there and lost it. So there was something cool that happened, I promise. Oh, my goodness. We're off to a flying start here. I think jet lag's got me already. But let's see. Oh, here we go. And it was interesting that Mo had played the tournament. His wife was actually helping his friend Jeff Fogel, who has ALS, and of course we're seeing these ice bucket challenges going all over the place, got him to play in the tournament series. So Mo had got in there too, and ends up he and his wife were also around there to help him celebrate. So a nice night for Moed and Fogel on that one. WL finishing second out of Plantation, Florida, wins $5,490. Followed by John McGregor out of Roswell, Georgia, finishing third. David Silverman out of Miami Beach finishing fourth. Daniel Yu out of Palisade Parks, New Jersey, coming down here as he finishes fifth. And you're gonna hear a fair amount of players coming down here from the East Coast to play, or the Northeast to play in this, because of course with Ray doing his thing down here, players are certainly used to being at a great event and similar structures at the Borgata. So Ray bringing some transplants down here. Brant Schuler finishing sixth out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Eduardo Lezica out of Boca Raton in seventh. Francis Margaglione out of Davie, Florida, finishing eighth. And Armando Fernandez, Miami, finishing ninth in that one. Let's take a look at event number 4. We have a $1,100 deep stack aluminum home re-entry tournament. Got 114 entries on that one. Obviously, prize pool 114,000. And that one is taken down by Paul Dome out of Key Biscayne, Florida, winning $23,971. Vitor Coelho out of Tampa finishing second. Stuart Greenbaum in third. Daniel Buzgon, we heard that name a lot at the World Series. Buzgon finishing in fourth place, picking up $9,120. Gaka Vu out of South Daytona, Florida, $6,840. And Richard Leager out of Lighthouse Point, Florida, finishing sixth. Stuart Newman out of Western Florida, finishing seventh. Egal Hen, Hollywood, Florida, finishing eighth. And Gordon Battle, Fort Mill, South Carolina, finishing ninth on that one. And those guys decided, by the way, in that tournament to do a chop there, too. Just according to chip counts, so Dome was ahead, takes that one down. Coelho and Greenbaum also in on that chop. And then we go to event number 6, and we're skipping event number 5 for a reason. We'll tell you that in a little bit. We had a $560 black chip bounty tournament. Mix of Nolan Hold'em and PLO, and that was, once again, was a re-entry on that one. 54 entries, $27,000 prize pool, and that one goes to Kevin Ho out of Fort Myers, Florida. Taking that one down, picks up $7,560. Bradley Young out of New York in second, $4,100. Victor Figueroa out of Miami Beach finishing third. Mark Prevenzano out of Illinois finishing fourth. Robert Campbell, North Miami, Florida, finishing sixth. Warren Fund in seventh out of North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Joseph Mobley, Louisville, Kentucky, in seventh. Tuan Pham, Estero, Florida, finishing eighth. And Michael Wang finishing ninth. So that was event number 6, the mix black chip bounty no limit hold'em PLO tournament. Pretty wild one there. Event number 5 is on its second day right now, and this one a pretty interesting event. A $150 buy-in no limit hold'em re-entry tournament, and this one certainly got the room going. As these guys were, of course, we had starting flights on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, incorrect. My bad. That was Monday and Tuesday, with Wednesday's day 2 being played right now. So 5 starting flights on that one. $150 buy-in, and it proved to be a pretty good one, as they got a prize pool out of this guy's at $259,080 on a $150 tournament. That is unbelievable. And the winner's going to be walking out today with that one. These guys are like I said, just underway. You got 2,159 entrants in that tournament. 240 players starting this one off this afternoon. Winner 55,715. Second place 33,123. Third is going to be picking up 23,434. Fourth place 16,322. And fifth place also in 5 digits, $11,270 for their efforts for a $150 buy-in tournament. Boy, you can't beat that. So a pretty wild one going on there. We also, of course, starting off today, we have event number 7, and that is the only new tournament that's kicking off today that's officially in the series. I'm sorry, just made an announcement there. Of course, just a reminder on that one, too, before we get to Event 7, is we have 126 players are going to be getting paid on that one. So we'll be a little bit of ways from hitting the money on that one. But I'm sure it's going to be a nice celebration on that for putting in $150. Event number 7 coming up today. We got that started at noon. The Big Stack Black Chip Bounty No Limit Home event, $50,000 guarantee on that, $350 buy-in. So still time for you to get down here for that one. That's going to be a great tournament, as those guys are on starter here on the other side of the room, here at the Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, Florida. I'm sure mention that. So make sure if you want to come down and play in that one, still underway, or just underway, so plenty of time for you to come down and play that one. And, of course, some other events going on here as well. At 3 o'clock today, official on the board is event 36, $145 step qualifier into the championship qualifier. So a chance for you to play your way into that $10 million guaranteed event, main event coming up here. And what an exciting tournament that has become here, as it's just a staple on the poker calendar now. It's a can't-miss event, and you have a chance to work your way into that for $145. So join in there at 3 p.m. for that. At 6 p.m., a $250 Deep Stack Turbo No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament, $20,000 guarantee on that. And then at 8 p.m. tonight, $575 championship qualifier re-entry on that one as well. So lots of chances for you to get into the main event, plus come down and have some fun. It's going to be a wild one. And, of course, talking about some of the other events that are going to be happening here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hollywood, Florida Poker Open. We're going to break that down for you in a little bit. So let's step back and take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Hollywood, Florida, 2014. I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the other side of the break. Thanks for being with us.
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deege Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deege player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deege Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deege Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at DoubleDigitCovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at DoubleDigitCovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we are back here. Mark Hoke Show, we're live here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Hollywood, Florida. These guys are out here banging away, trying to pick up some serious coin. This group right now, over $50,000. I have so many notes about this. This is ridiculous. I got a packet this morning, and let me tell you what. This packet, plus I've got payouts, I've got all sorts of other information about today's tournaments, and goodness gracious, I am loaded down. This is unbelievable. But once again, of course, this Event 5 wrapping up today, they are looking at top prize of $55,715 for a $150 buy-in. Been amazing. I'll tell you what, we are seeing some players drop here pretty quickly. Still waiting for them to get an update on the big board and what's going on there. Well, we can let you know about a few of the chip leaders on the big board here. Kind of run down through here for you as once again we are taking a look. Sorry. Got distracted on that one. Someone just spit in the trash can over here. Interesting. All right. The things that you're going to see at this tournament, that is for sure. But some of your leader coming into this one, Din Win, he bagged 442,000 chips in the B flight. So he came in your leader. TJ Schulman out there second. He bagged 411,000. And then Neil Moskalenko in third at 298. So those two guys, Wynn and Schulman, pretty good runs in this tournament so far as they've gotten things started. And, of course, they're coming back today. Sure. And right now we're on level 16 on that, about 20 minutes to go on this one. Once again, 2,159 entries into this. As 126 are going to get paid out of it. And, of course, like I said, we're hearing a lot of seat open calls, and I can see a couple in front of me right now. This player's getting clear out table right in front of me, down 2 seats already. We've got actually 2 tables in front of me, lost 2 players. So things moving very fast here in event number 5. And, of course, there's a lot of other poker news going on, too, and we'll talk to you about that in just a second. But let's remind you about everything else that's going to be going on here at the Seminole Hard Rock coming up here in the next 2 weeks, and we're going to be covering it live for you, along with some pretty cool announcements coming up, too, as we'll be here. I don't want to make them until I know we can, but I will say we're going to have some pretty cool visitors here for some of the events coming up. Starting off tomorrow, that is going to begin a $1 million guarantee deep stack no limit hold'em re-entry event. And of course, you know, the $10 million is the main event here. But even, can you believe a preliminary event that's got $1 million guarantee? It's unbelievable. So that'll be running Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for those flights. Day 2 will be on Sunday. We'll be starting flights at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. for everybody. So great chance for you to come down here and take a shot at $1 million guaranteed prize pool starting tomorrow on Friday, event number 9, the seniors event. So you got to be 50 to play in that one. That one starts at noon on Friday, and then we'll finish up on Saturday. Event number 10, horse tournament. You know what? I think I'm blogging, but Al they may have to make me put the microphone down to play the horse tournament. I may have to put the microphone down to play the horse tournament. I don't know. I'll have to look. Oh, Friday. I think I'm on the clock. I don't know. I'm on the clock, so I can't play the horse tournament. That's sad. But coming up Saturday, Saturday the 23rd, that one's starting at noon. $250 buy-in for the horse tournament on that one, so get ready for that one. Then event number 11 on Sunday, $560 double black chip bounty, no limit hold'em, $50,000 guarantee on that one. We also, of course, have an 8-game mix on Saturday. That one's starting at 3 p.m. That is a $2,200 buy-in on that. Also, then on Monday, a big stack 6 max no limit hold'em reentry, $350 buy-in, $30,000 guarantee on that. Event 14 is pot limit Omaha reentry, 3 p.m. start, $250 buy-in on that one. And then on the event number 15, starting Monday the 25th, that's $1,650 buy-in, 8-handed no limit, single reentry on that one. And then event 16, Tuesday, August 26th, and the 27th, 2-day event on that one, 6 max no limit hold'em for $2,200. And then the fun begins, as we will be seeing the $5,300 buy-in main event. Getting started, $10 million guarantee on that. So 3 starting days on that one, beginning on the 28th. And that runs all the way through September 3rd. We also, of course, during that, $1,100 buy-in, no limit hold'em re-entry tournament, $100,000 guarantee on that, $1,100 buy-in. That runs 2 days, starting on the 31st. On September 1st, the holiday. Of course, that is Labor Day. Holiday Deep Stack No Limit Home Reentry, $250 buy-in, $30,000 guarantee. And then another one everybody's getting pretty excited about, and was a spectacular event here last time around. It should be a can't miss on this one, too. On Monday, September 1st, running 3 days, is the Super High Roller here, $100,000 buy-in on that. And, of course, many of poker's elite hopping into that one if they didn't get basically set up. If you didn't make it to day 2 of your main event, you're in there. So $100,000 buy-in on that. Starting Monday, September 1st, running through also Wednesday, September 3rd. So we got some pretty spectacular action there to finish this series up with the high roller plus the main event going on here. So a lot of money going to be given away. Event number 21, starting on Monday, Purple Chip Bounty No Limit Hold'em re-entry, $1,650 on that one. Got No Limit Hold'em $50,000 guarantee, $150 buy-in on that. On Monday, September 1st, running through the 3rd. And also Tuesday, Pot Limit Omaha 8 or better, $250 buy-in. On Tuesday and then Wednesday, a big stack No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament, $50,000 guarantee, $200 buy-in. So a spectacular schedule coming up here, and of course highlighted by that main event. $10 million in that, guaranteed in that prize pool. Of course, they destroyed that last year, or last time around. Yeah, last year. So they'll be looking forward to, I'm sure, doing that again pretty easily. And of course, the $100,000 high roller as well. So should be some pretty exciting stuff coming up here at the Hard Rock. So get on down here, and you can check it out at Seminole Hard Rock PokerOpen.com for the full schedule and all the information you're going to need to come down here. And I got to tell you, by the way, I got checked in yesterday. 2 brutal flights. Oh, my God. I got to tell you, just, you hate to blast somebody on air, but I'll tell you what, United, you got to fix that plane design. Oh, my God. Actually had a situation where my seat was actually my arm rail was actually about 3 inches from the wall as opposed to where everybody else's was, and I sat in the same seat on 2 different flights. Incredibly uncomfortable, to say the least. Had to actually put a blanket between my leg and the armrest because I couldn't take it anymore on either flight. And they weren't exactly as friendly as, I thought we were flying the friendly skies, but not so much. So United, hey, talk to me about it. I'll be glad to give you a couple suggestions to help you out. But had a pretty rough time flying overnight out here. Got in town, Ray and Stefanelli and the team get me all set up over here. And the rooms here at Hard Rock, oh my word, are you kidding me? This place is unbelievable. And of course, it's not just the poker here too. One thing that really sets apart this facility from many others is the entertainment value. Of course, you got concerts and all sorts of restaurants and everything else going on. I mean, it's the Hard Rock. And actually tonight, I would love to have gotten an interview with one of these guys that's performing this evening. So if you're in the area, come down because you got Michael McDonald and Toto tonight. Of course, Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers, and done all that amazing music over the years. Michael McDonald's here, and Toto, bless those rains down in Africa, baby. Gotta love it. So Michael McDonald and Toto playing here as well. And by the way, coming up, and I got to talk to the marketing team over here, PR team, because on the 29th, next Friday, if you're here, let's say you want to come in and say, I'm going to play the horse tournament on Saturday. Come down a night early, right? Because if you like rock and roll, Slash is here at the Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, Florida. Slash, that's right, Guns N' Roses, Slash. Velvet Revolver, Slash. So we got to work on getting Slash over here for an interview next week. That is a must. We'll see what we can do. But some great stuff going on here. I think Deep Purple is going to be here during the event as well. So you get a little smoke on the water in there. And I know some of you guys out there do like to smoke. So check it out. And it's all, of course, there on SeminoleHardRock.com. But, yeah, pretty cool. So make sure you check that out. And, come down and enjoy the entertainment and all the fun that we're going to have here at the Hard Rock. And, like I said, room's spectacular. And, it's just a beautiful place. So come on down and enjoy it. We'd love to see you here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. And, check in, get a room, and have a good time. All right. So some other things going on in poker right now. Let's just run it down for you because, it's been, about a week since we've been on the air. So I want to let you know everything going on. Of course, we'll be breaking some of this down on our KLAV show coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. That, of course, on KLAV 12:30 a.m. in Las Vegas and KLAV1230am.com. For everybody around the world, we would love to have you join us for that one. But let's take a look at some of your other big winners other things going on here in poker right now. And, of course, outside this, Aaron Massey out there on the Heartland Poker Tour at the Maristar East event in Chicago picks up a big win. And, of course, one of the nicest guys in poker, and I'm sure we'll be seeing Aaron down here pretty soon. 538 entries on that one, $1,650 buy-in. And, of course, saw a ton of great players. Hey, Sean Marion showed up, the NBA superstar. Of course, Poker News really likes the NBA players. But Chainsaw out there and so many others. But Aaron Massey takes that one down as just how excited he always is. Of course, won a big one in Oklahoma last year, and now picks this one up. Massey out of Elmwood Park, Illinois, wins $177,502, and so in his hometown, beats Stan Jablonski out of Bullhead City, Arizona, to win that event. So we want to give a big congratulations to Aaron Massey as he picks up the Heartland Poker Tour main event victory at Ameristar East in Chicago. So big congratulations to one of the nice guys in poker, Aaron Massey, as he picks up that victory. Some other interesting things going on right now. Of course, we're out. The PokerStars EPT Barcelona is just going to be wrapping up in time for everybody to get out here for this main event. But the high rollers, the super high rollers going on out there. €50,000 buy-in on that. And right now, let's see, Morton Klein is your leader, but some other big names in there. Dan Coleman, how about that? I'll make sure that's correct here. I'm sorry, Morton Klein out of Norway is the leader on that. Final table also featuring Dan Shack, Sam Triggett, once again, Daniel Coleman, Scott Seaver, Olivier Bousquet, all playing on that final table. So it should be a pretty exciting super high roller event. Of course, they're playing for €50,000. We got $100,000 for this high roller coming up here at the Seminole Hard Rock in a couple of weeks. So some pretty cool stuff going on here as we look at that. So I want to wish all those guys the best on that one. And, of course, we had the Miami Boss winning his first event here. And we also had an interesting article from Newsweek pretty much ripping the online poker industry. And, we'll probably get some reaction to that as we go through. But if you haven't seen that, you want to check that out. Also, Umberto Brenes, by the way. A couple of guys are now no longer PokerStars team pros. Of course, things really changed up with the Maya now since they purchased PokerStars. So things have changed up considerably here as we're starting to see some changes. I know some interesting things going on in Canada as well up there. And a lot of players really upset. And I gotta tell you, this is not a shock to me. Upset about with Full Tilt apparently, drop in traffic and really not too excited about the brand apparently on Maya as things have really been quickly changing and shifting over to PokerStars. I had said a long time ago. Now I'm surprised the brand lasted as long as it did, but it's just silly to have two different poker companies operating under one name. You're going to pull those guys, and that's great, but you might as well just get everybody on PokerStars and forget about the Full Tilt stuff. You can adopt everything that all the tournament series and events that go on Full Tilt, put them on PokerStars. It only makes sense. So I would imagine that Amaya is going to be changing things up considerably there, and that would, the dropping of Full Tilt brand would certainly not be surprising to me at all. So, hey, I also want to congratulate Tony G getting married. So, congratulations to Tony. Best of luck to his wife. That should be pretty interesting, but I'm sure they're going to have a great time as well there. So, congratulations to Tony G picking it up. I got a pretty excited player over here. Once again, the action moving quickly here, and we have lost already 44 players out of this event number 5, day 2. Once again, $55,000 on top on this one. $150 buy-in. They got 2,159 entries into this tournament. Unbelievable. So 196 now officially left in this event number 5. Event level 16, a little about 6 minutes in there. Blinds are 2,000, 4,500 ante here on day 2 on that tournament here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Hollywood, Florida. All right, so there's some of the other things going on right now in the poker world. So it should be some pretty good stuff there. All right, so let's tell you what, we're going to step back. We're going to take another break here real quick. And when I come back, hey, I want to make sure I mention some of our great sponsors of the show for you and say hi to those guys. And all sorts of other stuff going on. And see, Al's over here working really hard. No comment. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us. We're live here from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Hollywood, Florida, 2014. Oh, look who's here. I cannot get rid of this beautiful lady, I swear to God. I almost was going to take a break, but Denine's here, and Dennis Phillips is here, too. Look at this. Hi, guys. Good. I'm on the air. You guys come say hi? Well, you're both amazing people. I heart you both. Anybody want to come say hi and give me my first guest for the for this poker open?
Well, I would love to.
No?
Kind of under a
time schedule.
We just swung in here real quick.
Ah, okay.
On our way to Barcelona.
Oh,
And then we're coming back for the main event.
that's crazy. So Dennis is over here. He's going to Barcelona. You just made a pit stop. God, it must be nice to be able to just make a pit stop in Florida. Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Flying out tonight to Barcelona.
All right. Well, good luck to you over there. I'll see you guys when you get back.
We'll be back.
But-
We'll sit down. We'll chat.
All right. Sounds good. Yep. All right. Now, that's interesting. You know, that's one topic that I know a lot of people were talking about is just how these schedules worked out with all these events being so close together. So Dennis is actually going to Barcelona and then coming back. That's insane. But hey, what are you going to do? That's how it works. All right, so let's get that break in, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you on the other side of the break. Of course, we're live here, Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Hollywood, Florida. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Poker players, it's time to check out DeegePoker.com. Deej Poker is the unique and clever choice for a new generation of true grinders, representing the full spectrum of poker players from the novice to the world champion. A true Deej player gives their heart and soul for countless hours at the table to be the best. And Deej Poker Apparel shows everyone who you really are, on and off the felt. So join the new generation at DeegePoker.com. That's DEEG Poker.com. Deej Poker, the world's newest poker apparel store.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle. Right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at DoubleDigitCovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at DoubleDigitCovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back live here at the Seminole Hard Rock, Hollywood, Florida Poker Open 2014 version. I'm Mark Hoke. Thanks for listening here on the Mark Hoke Show. And by the way, it is now official. Our guest on the KLEV show is going to be the Miami boss. That's right, Dan Swade's going to join us. Pretty excited about that. So we'll be seeing the Miami boss here coming up at our on our KLEV show, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. So event number 1 winner and just all around great American. The Miami boss, Dan Swade, is going to be on the show. So we'll look forward to having him on our KLEV show. And, of course, you can listen to that either in Las Vegas on your radio dials at KLEV 1230 AM or on the internet at KLEV1230am.com. I know we got a nice worldwide following out there that checks out the show. So we're looking forward to having the Miami boss joining us here, of course, on event number 1 here at the Seminole Hard Rock. And, of course, if you want to follow the guys on Twitter, hashtag SHRPO, Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, or, of course, the Twitter account is at SHRPO. So if you're around and maybe you're listening to the Mark Hoke Show and want to tell everybody how much you're enjoying it, we do appreciate it. Of course, kind of an introductory show here as we just got in here yesterday, first one going on, and a lot of poker being played. We are now down to 189 on event number 5 here. Once again, 2,159 entrants on there. By the way, of course, if you're following on Twitter right now, some of the stuff going on, the EPT High Roller is happening right now, and a very interesting discussion has broken out. And, it's very hard for me to, I really don't want to get into any politics or anything like that. So I'm going to stay away from the actual discussion that my thoughts on the discussion apparently has taken place. I don't want to go back and probably look at it between breaks. But Dan Coleman, the man who wouldn't do the interview for the one drop, he and Olivier Bousquet are apparently speaking out about the Israel-Gaza conflict at the EPT final table on this. And apparently not real happy about it, and I won't really get into, like I said, the taking sides on that. Anybody that knows me knows where I am, but they're also apparently also kind of banging away on what these guys are wearing at this table too. I'm gonna have to do a little more investigation on this, but wow, pretty interesting chat going on there. Of course, my good friend Robbie Straczynski at Card Player Life is getting in on that because, of course, he lives in Israel and certainly apparently has hit a hard spot on there. But, of course, he'll bring up a discussion. Should we be talking politics at the poker table during a live stream? Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some things you can talk about. There's some things maybe you shouldn't. And on a show like this, we can talk it. And the funny part is that I try not to talk politics too much in here. That I'll get a little jab in every once in a while, but I don't think that might have been the wisest decision for them, and especially after Daniel, wouldn't do an interview after winning $15 million from the poker community. Apparently, is talking politics. Interesting. All right. By the way, we also want to make sure that we get to mention something else going on here at the Hard Rock, and we'll do that in just a moment, because there's another great event happening, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But I want to make sure we take time to thank all the great sponsors of our show. Of course, we've got our good friends at Deej Poker. Bring out the degenerate in you kids. Check out Deej Poker, some of the most unique an outstanding poker where you're going to find at deegpoker.com. And, of course, we've also got some hats and wristbands down here. You want to check those out. We'd love to maybe get a little Deej stuff going around the room here. But head on over there to deegpoker.com. Also, another great apparel company we have, been a long-time sponsor of the show, Blind Squirrel Apparel. Make sure you go to blindsquirrelapparel.com. 20% off with the code HOKE. That's a big score for you, so make sure you check that out at blindsquirrelapparel.com. We also have our good friends at Double Digit Covers. Hey, you know what? The NFL season is upon us. The exhibition games are going on right now, and if you want to get in on the side of the winner when you place your sports bets, baseball, which Tony Dose and the team have been nailing all season long, and of course we've also got the NFL season and college football coming. I mean, it's prime time for these guys, and you want to get in there too. Make sure you go to doubledigitcovers.com. You can get free picks sent to your phone every day, or if you want to get a free winner, give them a call at 855-489-2700. It's 855-489-2700, and join in the fun with the guys at Double Digit Covers, because they know what to do. Stop guessing and start winning with the guys at Double Digit Covers. Good friend Bob Lesk at BlueRail.net. Hey, guys, if you need to get a website done, and everybody and their grandmother's got one, you should too. And Bob will host it for $9 and $9 a month. Plus, they'll also, of course, set you up whatever you need, e-commerce or multi-site management, anything that you need. Give Bob a call at 522-820-5128. That's 522-820-5128. And check out BlueRail.net, and then, of course, our home site on RogueWire.com. Check it out at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go? Of course, our great ladies of the Grindettes. Make sure you go to Grindettes.com, the top ladies poker team in the world. Katie Stone, Katie Dozier, Jen Shahade, and Jamie Kerstetter. I'm sure we'll be seeing one or two of them down here at the Seminole Hard Rock. Go to Grindettes.com. Follow them on Twitter at Grindettes and on Facebook. The Grindettes. Hey, Dutch Boyd's book is out, and if you haven't read Poker Tilt, man, I'll tell you what, you are missing something very special. Make sure you go to pokertilt.com, and you can pick it up there or on Amazon. Once again, at pokertilt.com. Dutch Boyd and Lauren Samuels did an amazing job on that book, and if you want to learn what it's really like to be a poker player, and certainly dealing with some of the other issues that these guys face, including like we talked about on our last show on KLAV, about mental issues and depression and things like that, and how they affect you when you're trying to get through a poker career. You're going to find it all out there, so make sure you check that out, pokertilt.com. And of course, our good friends at the Nevada Poker League. Make sure you go to NPL or NevadaPokerLeague.com. Hey, if you're in Nevada and you want some place to go for free, make sure you play poker for free. 17 different locations throughout Las Vegas. Check it out at NevadaPokerLeague.com. And we also want to wish Sissy, woman who runs the league, all the best. She finally got neck surgery done that she'd been waiting for so long, and here she's a little sore, but doing well. Starting to get some feeling back on one of the hands that she just was having some issues with, and doing all right. So we want to wish Sissy all the best there, and of course Nevada Poker League, I'm sure, misses her already, and looking forward to getting her back and healthy as soon as possible. So make sure take care, Sissy, and make sure you guys go to NevadaPokerLeague.com. And also, if you want to follow the show, at Mark Hoke Show on Twitter, the Mark Hoke Show on Facebook. And if you want to check out our past podcasts, we've got some awesome ones up there for you. Make sure you check those out. MarkHokeShow.podbean.com, or you can go on iTunes as well and check those out. Like we just had that great last show that we did with Ryan Araquazo and Dr. Tricia Cardner, discussing mental issues in the game and players are having, and pretty cool stuff. So make sure you take a look at that and give all our back shows a listen. Of course, once again, we'll be on KLAV 12:30 a.m. today with the Miami Boss. Should be a good time. And also, these videos, by the way, will also be up on YouTube, so you can take a look-see at those. Just punch up Mark Hoke on YouTube, and you'll see them all. We got we'll have videos from this, plus from the Canadian Poker Tour. Our World Series videos, we had some hilarious ones up there as well, so you want to see what's going on all these live events. Make sure you take a look. And by the way, it looks like Olivier Bousquet has won the Super High Roller, by the way, out at the EPT. beats Dan Coleman heads up, so Olivier Bousquet takes that one down. And I'll tell you what, this is if you're following on Twitter right now, this is pretty interesting discussion that sprung up because of this conversation on that online live stream. But maybe Olivier will come down here. I don't know if Daniel will do an interview because he doesn't seem to like to do them. But maybe we'll hear from Olivier to talk to him about this interesting little controversy. So, as I know, Robbie is Robbie's running off to do a podcast. That's unbelievable. So maybe we'll get him to call in later, sometime during this series. Wow. So some wild stuff going on already here in the poker world. But this one going on right now, event number 5, now down to 180. So we are closing in pretty quick on the cash. I mean, the players are going out fast. And, once again, starting off today is the Big Stack Black Chip Bounty No Limit Home Tournament. $50,000 guarantee on that, $350 buy-in. Still plenty of time for you to get down here if you're in the area. We would love to see it. Maybe Olivier, after he wins that high roller, can fly over here and hop into that thing real quick. He's got the money to get the quick flight. But that'll be a lot of fun. So make sure you come down here for that event. And, of course, you want to get down here for the $560 buy-in, $1 million guarantee starting off tomorrow. Should be a great one. All right, so that's kind of where things are right now here at the Seminole Hard Rock. As we are just getting things started here for today's play. But should be very interesting tomorrow as we'll once again have that huge $1 million guarantee event. That was always a big one up in Borgata, and I'm sure we're going to see some great action for you on that one starting off tomorrow's play. Of course, these guys playing for over $50,000 for a $150 buy-in. Not bad stuff. All right, and let's see. And I know we also have coming up here shortly. Is going to be the WPT Legends Tournament, too. That main event running August 23rd through the 29th. So that getting started here pretty soon. And, of course, that's out of the bike. So a lot, let me tell you, it has just been, it's an amazing collision of events going on. And, we have other great tours coming out, like the Two-Pair Poker Tour has got an event coming up here happening this weekend. And it would be remiss for everybody that's out there in Northern California, until you decide to get out here, you got a chance to come out and play a little poker this weekend with our good friends at the Two-Pair Poker Tour, and I'll get the information on that event for you in just a little bit. But we got those guys going on there. Of course, unfortunately, I wasn't able to come out and help them do their commentary on that one. Really would like to have. But you guys can come over and check them out coming up here in a little bit here. And, if I went to the right web address, that would help too. But check it out at twopairpoker.net, and you can hop in their main event and then get out here to Florida. So it should be a pretty good time. All right. So like I said, that's about where things stand right now. It's, really getting into the major event coming up here tomorrow. With that $1 million Deep Stack No Limit Hold'em event starting off tomorrow. 2 flights daily coming up here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then we've got the seniors event starting off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the horse tournament. Sunday, we've got another double black chip bounty event, 8-game mix. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff happening here at the Hard Rock. And give me 1 second here. I'm going to get a couple tournament updates from the blog team. Of course, I'm going to be blogging on there too at SeminoleHardRockPokerOpen.com/tournament/2014-SHRPO. So you can follow all the action and get instant updates from what's going on. We're trying to keep an eye on things as well. But Event 7, those numbers continue to go up. These guys apparently forgetting that one is a freeze out over there. Yeah, but day 2 underway here, event number 5, as that one is getting going in event number 7 as well. All right, so looking to see if these players are going to be going on break soon. Looks like they got a little bit before they do. I think got about 24 minutes before event number 5 is going to be taking a break out of here. And just, of course, a ton of players still in this one. But just wanted to see, once again, I don't think we had too many what you would consider big names, but, of course, a lot of great locals coming in here and players coming from all over the country, too. Has got some guys from New Jersey, Alabama, New York, Colorado. So many guys coming in here. Michigan, I mean, there's we have a guy from Las Vegas that's playing in this one today. So many players from all over the country, just knowing how great these tournaments are at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. And they are doing their thing. So a great tournament coming up, going on right now as these guys try to continue to advance. Getting close to money, now down to 171 here at level 17. So a great things moving pretty fast. And Al Canhan, of course, doing the amazing blogging. He's standing here just looming over me. Has a camera put in. There you go. Don't do a Manziel, though. No Manziels. No Manziels. There you go. That's the Al Can't Hang. Oh, my goodness. All right, so pretty much I think that's where we're at right now. So we're going to step back and take a break for the afternoon, but we're going to be back on KLAV 12:30 a.m. coming up here tonight. Actually, here tonight, 6 p.m., but of course Pacific time, 3 p.m., with our very special guest on Miami boss, Dan Swade, is going to join us. So we'll be getting to hear from him about his victory here at the Hard Rock, what makes his place and this series so special. And maybe talking about some events of the day and what it's like to be hanging out here in Miami. Maybe Dan's going to take me out for a night on the town. He's been threatening to do that for a long time, so I think that would be an interesting evening, to say the least. So we're going to step back, and we're going to come back this afternoon. We'll be back on the air in about 4 hours. Coming up here live from the Seminole Hard Rock Hollywood, Florida Poker Open. I'm sure these guys will be in the money. Shouldn't be too far from that on this one, and we'll talk about the $10 million guarantee and so much more. So that's going to wrap up our day show here from the Seminole Hard Rock. So we will see you here live again in Hollywood, Florida. But once again, it'll be on KLAV 12:30 a.m. So make sure you tune in there, KLAV1230am.com, and we'll catch you for our weekly show there. Comes up on every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. We will see you guys on later on tonight as we get more and more into the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. Should be a great time. So we'll see you later on this afternoon. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll catch you in a few hours on KLAV1230am.com. Thanks for being with us.